I'm going to emphasize on a project what we delivered in 2.5 months uh, in peak pandemic period. Our scope was to design RCC as well as structural design, fabrication, erection, roofing, and cladding part of the building, including a 55-meter long mezzanine floor within the building area. And that too with a client like Reliance, where everything is yesterday, never tomorrow. So the key factor of the project was, as I said, it was design and build. The overall tonnage of the project was 152 metric ton with a span to complete the entire project in a span of 2.5 months. The roofing area was 2,500 plus square meter, as well as 1,000 square meter of sidewall cladding work, with a surface preparation as per Reliance J3 standard. Normally, what we do like as a 2.5 with uh, primer and top coat of any other finishes, whatever client decide. But Reliance, they had that stringent requirement since it was within the refinery complex, so they wanted to go ahead and maintain same J3 standard. And though it's a PEB building, pre-engineered design building, fabricated out of factory and transported to Reliance, but the design was not as per a PEB standard; it was as per IS standard. So that too was also a challenge, to create a built-up section, cut the plate, fabricate, and then deliver it to the site. This is what the architect envisaged. He wanted to have this kind of factory premises. I'll tell you about the project actually. It's a mango packaging unit. One of its unique in Reliance because they are into refinery and then they're selling mangoes also. So they got the largest mango farm in Asia, I think, more than 300,000 plus mango plantation at one place. So the challenge was that from January to March, before the mango season starts, we have to complete and hand over the entire building along with their interior work and their machinery, process industries, process machines come inside and start the production of mango pulp for exportation. And this is what we have achieved in 2.5 months' time. The challenge is, again, design and build in 2.5 month time, procurement of material as per Reliance grade, and that too in a pandemic where there was restriction of transportation movement, material availability as per 350 grade, BR grade, and the all norms of NDT, UT, RT, everything before the fabrication or after the fabrication. All this needs to be considered in our time frame of 2.5 months, and documentation as per Reliance standard, as per J3 refinery standard, though it's a non-refinery project. And the what we planned actually, since we Insteel as a engineering construction company, we have our own structural design engineering division as well as we have our own beam division apart from our vertical of construction. So we set together, we planned out everything and streamlined everything, wherein my designing part was taken care by my designing team. Parallelly, our beam department were working on our entire project planning, wherein how we overlap each other and get the work done within the time frame. This is how the entire digital model was, generated, created. Just wanted to play. Just wanted to play one, video, small video. It's not playing. This is our fabrication shop where entire thing was fabricated at Taloja. One more challenge for us was to get it fabricated at Mumbai and transport it 900 kilometers away at Jamnagar. So there was a border crossing between two states, pandemic, travel restriction. As Mr. Roy said, we are going to face a lot of challenges as far as skilled and skilled laborers, rather I will say. Leave aside the civil engineers or mechanical engineers, that we are also facing a lot of hurdles in identifying and bringing them on board. So all these challenges, bringing labors, getting it validated through Reliance standards, and then only we can proceed and and execute the jobs. So all these challenges were there. The painting was as a 2.5 grid blasting with alphotic paint finish. They said, though it's a steel, they wanted everything in a bubble wrapped, and then only transportation was allowed. This is how the progress was made, working in day and night, using 2 sets of main lift, 3 sets of cranes, integration with roof, turbo vents, skylight systems. The unique part of this building, everybody is from, this is the roof, what it looks like. And while we were doing it, constructing the entire building with roofing, entire interior work was going on, parallel to our mezzanine fabrication and erection also. You can see on the left-hand side, this is the mezzanine on the left-hand side. The beautiful part of the PEB building is that architect wanted, we all do a lot of, commercial buildings, commercial warehouses, PEB buildings, wherein all the columns are covered with the sidewall cladding. The columns are inside the building. Here, architect wanted to have a column from outside with a mango color, so that it's identified from the distance, it's my mango packaging unit. And at the gable side, the columns were covered with the wall cladding. So the junction from eave to gable was a critical part to avoid all the water leakages. So that was a challenge for us to integrate all these details and design into as per the architect's requirement. That's it. I had only 7 minutes to spare. And I just wanted to take 30 seconds more. Like previous speakers and panelists, I feel proud to say that, because most of them have, highlighted their projects. And we feel proud to be part of like AIMS Bilaspur, the Aquatic Gallery. We were fortunate enough to get involved for the structural detailing part, where Sapurji were facing a lot of hurdles. And like I team had created a beautiful design. So we got on board. We did the entire central structure, as well as the most critical part was the inclined entrance structure. So the entire detailing part was done by us with Sapurji. And our future next edition of magazine, you are highlighting that Nigeria church project. And we did 35,000 square meter of entire steel detailing along with Sterling. So I think we all are interconnected somewhere here and there, and look forward to work with all of these stalwarts of steel industry. Thank you very much.